Hello. Welcome to a short yoga sequence that's designed to be enjoyed in the morning, but of course it can be enjoyed at any time of day, just to kind of get your body moving in all the right ways and just in a short time frame so that you can kind of insert this at the start of the day, not take up too much of your time, but really set the tone for a great day and feel good while you do it. So we are going to get started in a tabletop position. So what I want you to do is find the center of your mat, and in that place I want you to press your palms nice and firm into the mat, and then I want you to just have the knees right underneath the hips, taking just a couple of breaths, moving the hips from side to side, and then starting to create a little bit more of a circular motion within that, going side to side as well, so you're using both directions here. And then starting to meet that with really nice deep breaths in and out through your nose. So take one more round here, and then once you finish that, I want you to take a moment to bring the big toes together, and then the knees really as wide as it feels good for your hips today. Press your palms forward a little bit more, and then on your next inhale, start to press the palms and let the hips come back heavy over top of the heels. Now, before you do anything, just have a little gentle sway side to side. Do one more round like that, and then allow yourself to settle into the center, letting the forehead come down and connect to the mat. Now, as you inhale, press into all 10 fingers to just create a little bit of length in the spine, as if you're trying to stretch your yoga mat forward. And then as you exhale, feel your hips get a little bit heavier. Feel that upper back soften a little bit more. And we're gonna just take 2 more deep breaths here. Now really try to fill the breath into the sides of the body, into the back of the body, and feel that upper back melt a little more as you exhale. One more breath. Now on your next inhale, you're gonna slowly take your time, lift your hips up, and then we're gonna walk the knees back to hips width apart. You're gonna tuck your toes underneath, and then you're gonna turn your fingertips towards your knees as close as you can. Don't feel that they need to face the knees, but get them as close as you can while still being able to breathe. You're gonna walk your hands back, and then from there, just let the hips get heavy. So we open into the bottoms of the feet and into the wrists, press down through your thumbs, and then see if you can open the chest here. We'll take 2 deep breaths like this, and really try to notice if you're kind of avoiding the big toe mound. Really press the feet towards one another without moving them, but just really drawing them into that center line, and you'll feel a much different stretch there. On your next inhale, let's slowly shift the weight forward, untucking the toes, and then this time you're gonna keep your hips stacked and walk your hands forward. So they might come off the mat, that's fine. They're gonna be a little wider than your shoulders, and then the forehead is gonna rest down to the ground. Now, get that same sensation of pressing into your fingertips to create length and space in your spine, and then just fill it with your breath. As you exhale, feel that upper body soften a little bit more. And let's take one more deep, full breath here. Now, this is ideally the sensation that we want to achieve in down dog. So inhale, slowly take your time, and then walk your hands a little bit in between of where they've been. So not in a tabletop, but not quite as far as they were. Press into the palms, and then tuck the toes underneath. Keep a big bend in your knees, and then slowly lift the hips up. Now focus more on the length of the spine than the length of the backs of the legs. There's lots of ways we can stretch your hamstrings, not so many ways we can stretch your spine. So please don't worry about your heels touching the floor or anything like that. With every inhale, I want you to press into your palms, knowing that you can come back to that knee down variation if this feels a little bit too much. Now as you exhale, perhaps you start to straighten the legs a little bit more, but only if it allows you to press into your palms a little more. The tendency can be to shift the weight forward and really crunch into the shoulders, so really make sure that's spacious for you. Let's take one more deep, full breath here. And then soft bend into the knees. We're gonna inhale, slowly look forward, and then just step your feet to the top of the mat, taking as many steps as you need with the feet hip width apart.
We're gonna inhale, bring the hands to the shins, lengthen the heart forward, shoulders down your back. Exhale, and then just fold forward. Now taking your hands, grabbing opposite elbows, and then you're gonna just let the weight of the upper body pour forward. Now I want you to bend your knees a little bit more than you need to, and then notice how that just gives you a little bit more space to allow the spine to get a little drippier, a little bit more relaxed. And then as you inhale, press through your feet a little bit more, engaging through the thighs, inner thighs, and just feeling that stretch into the backs of the legs. As you exhale, elbows get a little bit closer to the floor. Let's take one more deep, full breath here. And then you're gonna take a soft little bend into the knees. Now you're gonna lead with the elbows, slowly come all the way up, continuing to hold onto those elbows, or forearms is perfectly fine. Take a nice big deep breath in, hug the ribs together, and then you're gonna lean over to the right side. Take a nice big deep breath in through the left. One more here. And then as you exhale, you're gonna take a little bend in the knees and start to fold all the way forward. And then slowly taking your time coming to the left and press into your feet to come back to the center. We'll do that just 2 more times. Leaning to the right, slowly folding forward, and then coming over to the left, continuing to pull on the hands or pull with the hands so that you feel that spaciousness in the upper back. One more time, and then when you come up to the center, I want you to take a nice big deep breath in. Reach those arms up to the sky. Let the shoulders soften down your back. We'll take one more breath here. And then exhale, hands can flow through your heart as you take a soft bend in the knees and fold forward. Release the hands at the end. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen the heart forward. And then exhale, fold forward. Now this time grabbing elbows with the opposite one and forward. So basically go with what feels a little awkward. And then from here, actively pressing into those legs once again. Feel if you can get a little bit more connected with the inner edges of the feet and still staying connected with all 4 corners, but just getting a little more of that adductor connection, your inner thighs. Take one more deep breath. And then once again, soft bend into the knees. So pull with the hands, lengthen the heart forward, and slowly come all the way back up to that standing position. Inhale here, and as you exhale, let's lean over to the left side this time. Looking over that right elbow and pressing evenly into both your feet as you create a little more lengthened space in your spine. As you exhale, go a little bit deeper, keeping your head evenly in between your biceps. One more breath. And then slowly start to fold forward and gently make your way to the right, and inhale, slowly coming all the way up. And doing that again, let's lean to the left, fold forward. So this should feel nothing but nice. Inhale, continuing, almost like you're trying to pull the elbows or forearms if you're grabbing that instead for a little more space apart. On your next inhale, let's slowly come all the way up, reaching those arms up once again, this time interlocking the fingers. I want you to open the heart, lift up, and then see if you can take a little bit of a deeper back bend with this support. Soft, tiny little bend in the knees, lifting out of the waist, and opening a little bit more. One more deep breath. And then inhale, slowly reaching those arms up to the sky. As you exhale, we're gonna fold forward, letting that whole upper body relax. Inhale, bringing the hands to the shins, lengthening the heart forward. Exhale, planting the palms, stepping back into whatever plank feels strong for you here. So I'm gonna keep my knees down so you see the option of the modified version. Tops of the feet are gonna press. I want you to open the chest. Now, as you exhale, you're gonna really slowly lower all the way down to the mat. Now bring your feet a little bit wider. If you're tight in your low back, bring them even wider, like a mat width. Hands are gonna come a little bit wider, so basically your thumbs just touch the mat. Inhale here, peel the head, shoulders up off the mat, and then scoop your belly button and knit the front of your ribs together. Now I want you to be able to lift your hands here. We'll take one more deep breath. It's really activating that back body, and then slowly take your time and come back down. Now inhale, starting the same, lifting the head and the chest,
This time, as long as it remains spacious for you, you can start to press into the palms, lifting and opening and expanding the chest. Exhale, let's slowly come back down. Let's do that one more time. If it feels good, you're gonna bring the hands a little bit further back. Inhale here, and then pressing all the way up, shoulders relax. Now take a nice big deep breath in, and then I want you to drop your right shoulder, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, slowly coming back to the center, and then dropping your left shoulder, opening through the right. Inhale, coming back to the center. Let's just do that one more time. Continuing to pull the belly button into the spine and continuing to hug the front of the ribs together, keeping that back body spacious. Left shoulder drops, looking over the right. Inhale, and come back to the center. Let's take one more final breath here. And then slowly take your time and come back down. Now bring your hands back by your floating ribs, so nice and tight towards the body, and then bring the knees and the feet hip width apart this time. Scoop the belly button to spine, and then slowly press all the way up. Then tuck your toes if you're not in that full plank, and then you're gonna lift your hips back up into downward facing dog. Now bend your knees a little bit more than you need to. Again, be generous with that so you can really focus on the length and space of your spine. You can even notice if the head could kind of, rock side to side, if that allows you for a little more relief in the neck or shoulders. Often we're so tight there that we don't even really realize the amount of tension we're holding on to. And then start to bring the head up and down. And then on your next inhale, just let it be heavy. Let's take one more breath here. Now inhale, you're gonna kick your right leg up towards the sky. Take a nice big deep breath in. You're gonna bend your right knee, and you're gonna take as many steps as you need to step your right foot on the outside of the right hand. Then drop the back knee down and untuck your toes. We're gonna find the tips of the fingers, and you're gonna inhale, open and expand the chest, soften the shoulders. As you exhale, you're gonna tuck your left toes, and then we're gonna slowly shift the weight back. Inhale, slowly come forward, and then we'll open and expand the chest, press into the top of the left foot. And then tuck the toes, exhale, slowly shift the weight back. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, open and expand the chest, press into the top of the foot. Just getting a little more through the front of that left hip and thigh. And then exhale, tucking the toes, shift the weight back. Let's hold this one here for 3. Softening through your shoulders. Letting that head be a little heavier. One more breath. And then on your next inhale, you're gonna slowly take your time, shift the weight forward, untuck your left toes. Now take your left hand a little bit more to the left, right hand on the inside of the knee. So I want you to press down, open and expand the chest, and then slowly start to push that right knee away from you. Draw your right shoulder down your back. And we'll just take 2 deep breaths here. Inhaling, lifting the center of the chest a little more. And as you exhale, open a little bit deeper into that twist. One more breath. And then slowly taking your time, anchoring that right foot back down to the mat, pressing through your palms right under the shoulders, tuck the left toes, lift the back leg, and let's float that right leg back into your downward facing dog. Take a breath. And just notice and feel the difference between the left and right side of your body. And then on your next inhale, soft little bend if it's not already there in the knees, lifting the left leg up towards the sky. And then slowly stepping the left foot to the outside of your left hand. Again, walk it forward till that knee stacks. And then we're gonna drop the back knee down, untuck the toes to open and expand the chest, heart lifts. Then tuck the toes and lift the left toes as you shift the weight back. Inhale, slowly untuck the right, press down, open up.
exhale, tucking the right toes so we can just get into that bottom of the foot a little bit more. And 2 more like this. Inhale by pressing into the top of the foot. We get a little bit more into the front of that right hip and thigh. Exhale, dragging the weight back, getting into the back of that left leg. 1 more here. Inhale, open and expand the chest. And exhale, slowly bringing the weight back, and we'll hold here for a few breaths. So you want to really be mindful and ensure that you're not going so deep that you can't breathe. There's likely going to be a little hesitation with the breath. This is a really tight stretch for the back of your left leg. So you want to meet it with that calm, relaxed flow of your breath. If you can't, then you're a little too far. So just ease off. Be kind to yourself and your body. And then on your next inhale, let's slowly take our time and shift the weight forward as you untuck your right toes. Walk your right hand a little bit right, left hand on the inside of the knee, and then inhale together. Let's lengthen the spine, pushing that left knee open, and just draw your gaze over top. So we're pressing into both hands, both feet to lengthen and create space. And then you're opening a little bit deeper into that twist. Taking 2 more breaths here, looking over that left shoulder, and 1 more here. Slowly on your next inhale, you're gonna take your palms right back underneath the shoulders once again, tucking the right toes, and then 1 more time, let's find our way back into downward facing dog. 1 breath here. And then I want you to inhale, bend the knees, walk the feet forward, this time in a wider stance. So the feet are wider than the hips. They can even have a slight little external rotation if that feels good. I want you to take a soft bend in the knees. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. And then you're gonna take the right arm and reach it underneath the left. Now, option 1, you grab opposite shoulders. Option 2, backs of the arms come together, or maybe the palms even come to touch. Soft bend into the knees, and then I want you to lift up out of the waist, and then twist, tie the arms together a little more, feeling that back body open. And on your next exhale, just round forward, and we'll hold here for 3. Pulling the elbows away from the chest, shoulders away from the ears, thumbs away from the forehead. 1 more breath. And then inhale slowly, taking your time, coming all the way up. Unravel the arms, nice big deep breath in. And then left arm comes underneath the right. Twist tying the arms. Remember, you can grab opposite shoulders if that feels better. And exhale, start to round forward. Just really feeling that space into the back body. Hugging the front of the ribs together. Lifting the elbows, softening the shoulders, and for 1 more breath, twist those arms a little bit deeper as you pull the thumbs away. Inhale, slowly coming all the way up. Arms are gonna reach up towards the sky. And then from here, you're gonna interlock your fingers behind the back. Now take the feet parallel to one another. Open and expand the chest. Big breath in. Soft bend in the knees. Exhale, fold forward. Breathing deeply here. Now squeeze the heel of your palms together. Reach those arms back. Make that the focus. So bend the knees as much as you need for this to be breathable. And then start to fold forward. We'll hold here for 3, 2, and 1 more breath. Soft bend into the knees. We'll inhale, slowly come all the way up. Walk the feet towards one another. They can be hip width or together. We're gonna inhale, 1 final little half flow. Arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, folding forward with a little bend in your knees. Inhale, hands to shins as you lengthen the heart, finding that flat back, belly button, ribs in. Exhale, folding forward. Soft bend into the knees. Inhale here, arms reach up towards the sky. And then bring your hands to your heart, close your eyes for just half a second, and take a moment of appreciation for what you've chosen to do here today. Setting the tone for a strong but calm connection as you head into your day. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.